Hi, this is Jen Wall. I'm an Instructional Technology Integration Specialist at the Central New York Regional Information Center. In this video, I'm going to showcase 4 updates that have happened to the Google Meet application with Google for Enterprise Licensing. I'm going to review security settings, how to increase the number of tiles in view, review polls, question and answers in breakout rooms, and how to integrate a Jamboard. To access the security settings for your Google Meet, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a blue shield that has a lock icon. These are your host controls. When you select your host controls, we have 3 options. We have quick access, we have share their screen, and send chat messages. When quick access is turned off, this means that any person trying to enter your meeting will ask you as the host for admittance to the session. This is one added level of security so that you can monitor who is trying to join your Meet session. The 2 toggles at the bottom let everyone share their screen or send chat messages. So if you would like to turn the chat off, or if you would like to turn off share screen settings, you're going to toggle these 2 switches off. And now participants or students in your class cannot share their screen with others, and they cannot utilize the chat features. To change the amount of tiles that you can see as the host, we're going to change the tile layout. To access the layouts, we're going to select More Options, which is located in the bottom right-hand corner of the Google Meet. When you select More Options, we're going to access Change Layout from the menu. In this field, we're going to select Tiled View, and at the bottom, you can decrease the amount of tiles that you can see at one time on the screen to 9, or you can increase it in corresponding increments of 16, 30, 42, and 49. So this will allow you to see up to 49 participants in your call at one time. To access polling in a Google Meet with the enterprise licensing, we're going to access the activities icon in the top right-hand corner. When selected, this gives you the option for breakout rooms, polls, question and answers. To launch a poll, you're going to select polls in order to find out what others think about a topic inside of your Google Meet. When you select Start a Poll, this gives you the option to ask the participants a question. After you've established your question, you can launch your question immediately, or you can save it for later. When you launch the question immediately, your participants are going to get a green pop-up on the activities icon. When they select it, they will be notified that a poll has launched, and they get to vote on which one they prefer. If you would like, you can toggle on the Show Everyone the Results section. This will show the participants in the poll the responses that in summary form. It will not show who responded to which option. If you would like to end the poll, you select End Poll, and this poll will now be turned off for participants in the class. To add a second poll to the Google Meet session, you're going to hit the plus sign, create a poll, and then ask another question. Once your Google Meet session concludes, you will receive a response to the polling that occurred in your Meet session via an email. This is an example of the report that was sent after a session concluded. To turn on question and answers, we're going to access the activities icon in the top right-hand corner. We're going to select question and answers, and we're going to turn on Q&A. When Q&A is turned on, students will receive a pop-up that says the Q&A is now open and they can ask their host a question. So let's take a look at the student view. For students, they have this little indicator on the activities icon that shows that question and answers are open. When students or participants select question and answers, they have the ability to ask a question to the host. So if used in the instructional setting, students can ask you specific questions about lessons or review topics that you've been reviewing with them during the session. So as a student, I'm going to click Ask a Question. I'm going to type my question into the box here at the bottom, and I'm going to post it for my teacher to see. Students have the ability to upvote different questions, so this could be used if more than one student has the same question. Instead of typing the same question into the Ask a Question box, we can coach students to review the questions that have been posted for everybody to see and to vote on which ones they would like their teacher to answer. Now, when we go back to the teacher view or the host view for this Google Meet session, we can see that this question was posted by this student here. It has 0 upvotes, and we could read aloud the question that's been sent to us. We can mark this question as hidden. This will be removed from student view or participant view. We can mark the question as answered, or we can delete the question completely. So if I'm the host and I receive this question, I can answer it for the students and then mark it off as it has been answered during my session. You can also organize your questions by the oldest question, so that would be the question that was submitted first. You could organize it by newest submitted question at the very top, or it could be organized by upvotes in the Google Meet Q&A session based on popularity. Here is an example of the report that is sent to the host after the session ends. After accessing the Activities tab in the top right-hand corner, to access Breakout Rooms, we're going to select Breakout Rooms, and then we're going to determine the amount of rooms that we want to have. For this call, I'm going to have 2 rooms because I have a small number of people participating. The first section at the top allows you to shuffle your rooms based on the participants in the call. So when you select this, it will randomly shuffle the students or participants to separate breakout rooms. If you would like to manually create your rooms, you can click, hold, and drag the names into the different breakout rooms. When you're ready to open the breakout rooms, you're going to select the green Open Rooms tab in the bottom right-hand corner. This will give your participants a flash that says that they've been invited to join a specific breakout room. They will need to click the Join button to add themselves to this breakout room. Once they've accessed the breakout room, they'll have a pop-up at the top that says which breakout room that they're part of. And as the host, I can leave breakout rooms and enter other breakout rooms at any time. So I can jump into different breakout rooms to check on the progress of the activity that I've asked the participants to complete in. To leave a breakout room and add myself to another breakout room, I'm going to select the Join button, and this will move me to other rooms. Participants will not have this option. As the host, once the breakout room time has concluded, I'm going to simply click Close Rooms. This is going to send a prompt to all of the participants that the breakouts have ended, and they will be prompted to join the main call. To integrate the use of Google Jamboard inside of a Meet session, we can open a Jamboard directly from the call. In the bottom right-hand corner, we're going to select the 3 dots for more options. At the top of our menu list, we're going to select Whiteboard, Open a Jam. The next prompt is going to allow us to start a brand new jam, or it's going to allow us to choose one that we have already created that's saved in our drive. For the purposes of this, we're going to start a new whiteboard. Once it creates the jam file, it is going to prompt the host as to who is allowed to have which type of access. My 2 participants in this call with me are going to be able to either view the jam, or they are going to be allowed to participate and edit the jam from their end. So I'm going to select Edit. When I push the Send button, this is going to send a link to the Jamboard file through the Google Meet chat. As the host, my Jamboard file opens on my computer screen as follows. But if I minimize this and I head over to the chat, you'll notice that I have shared a jam file with the entire meeting. At this point in time, I need to prompt my participants to go to the chat and then click on the file inside the chat to join and have editable access to that file.